Yes, ma'am. Let me see. Where? Okay, guys, good morning. Let's just get situated. Give me a second. Let me grab some water. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. 1 second. I'm going to grab some water real quick. Oh, man. The opposite, huh? Well, alright. What were you looking at? Which coin were you looking at, or which currency? Let's see if Euro USD. Okay. All right, give me 2 seconds here. I'll pull that up for you. All right. All right. Cool. Let me take just do a quick 5-minute marker review for my academy, and we'll take a look at the euro dollar for you. All right, guys, good morning. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Today we have a new day. The core PPI data will be out in about an hour and 30 minutes inside of the market. We have had the Fed chair nomination vote move to today, and I assume that they're going to keep moving it until they can have a past decision on the Fed chair and who is going to take office right now. I know that we have a lot of people right now, or just the 2 people right now that are nominated. The decision will be held in a passing vote. Right now in the cryptocurrency market, we have a very profitable account. We started this at 4,700 as just a friendly reminder, which I had to send $250 out of the account, which right now we're at a strong $500. It's very evident and clear in some profit and loss on the account, which is great. $330 in 30 days, and that's less than 30 days really. It's 12 days of trading. This has been a very profitable strategy for me, shorting the market. And by shorting the market, I mean just shorting meme coins. And right now we are still holding a play on XRP, which was called out in our group. And it's about $40 in profit right now from the Crusader signals long. So this is awesome. I'm looking to hit that full take profit at 90, and I'll be holding it through and through until then. Stop loss will be a little bit above breaking even at 20%. All right, guys, so let's go into the markets. Now, this is a very interesting chart, right? So let's remove all of the indicators for right now. Yesterday, we were trading here, okay? Just to understand exactly where we're trading. This is yesterday's price action in the morning. I had told you that we were nothing but short MNQ, right? And the reason we were short MNQ is because we just took this $500 point day negative. From somewhere between yesterday at 1 p.m., the markets just started buying. Price action switched. There was a divergence with bullish price action, and we have not stopped the bull run from there. So this is exactly why that I have come time after time again and saying to you guys, I really don't want to be shorting a bull market. And I did take a little bit of trades yesterday. The orders were executed on MNQ as longs, and realistically I took my $500 of profit and I got the hell out of the market. If I would have held this through and through till today, well, damn, I would have had a very profitable position, probably 1 or 2 grand. But that's how the game works, right? We don't look at the past loss or the past wins and say we want more. We just look for another trade today. The levels right now, I'd say that they're perfect where they are. I would not even move the levels 1 inch for 2 reasons. We're gonna probably some point today test this all-time high or get very close to it. So I'm very interested in seeing if we test all-time highs, do we break above it, and do we have continuation inside of the market, out of which that point I would probably draw a Fibonacci extension just to get the upward levels a little bit further. I can even draw that on the chart right now so that we have a clear-eye view for what that's going to look like. Let's do that. Last charted high to now the low. So this would be, technically speaking, the new levels, right? Where we're touching the all-time high. That would be a 1-to-1 retracement. The next level would be 29,946. It's a lot. And if we break that, well, then we're probably going to be going to the 30,000s for the first time inside of the markets. So we're going to be going into MEZ right now, which is the SP 500. Let's take a look at it from a broad perspective. Okay, so right now the levels right now have all been broken on MEZ. We are at all-time highs again. The levels that I would be looking for today is 7522. It's very far off right now, but maybe this week we would probably hit something like that. And this week what's also possible is 7,353. All right, so let's look at gold. Gold right now has a very boring chart. I've been saying this for a while. It's a nice and easy mover. So if you're trading anything as a beginner, this would be something that I would be trading 1 contract of, and then I would just be targeting level to level trades or just targeting the support, buying off the support right now, because it's not moving much. This is very stale price action inside of the market, but 50 points could be something to someone, you know. I'm not going to knock that. Silver has been outperforming gold, now touching the top of our resistance level at 89,000. I would be interested in getting into some positions short if we can hold the structure bullish wise, and then, you know, if it can't, then we'll just obviously short it down to that lower 83 band. Let's take a look at oil. Oil has been the most exciting commodity to trade this year, so we're going to be taking a look at the 1-2 triple top on oil. We have not broken these all-time highs, and it seems to me that it's just consolidating into a tighter squeeze so that we can be continue pushing up. Remember, if the Iran conflict continues, this is just going to be a heavily targeted commodity inside of the markets. You know, we don't want to see oil at $200 a barrel, but Trump has made mentions in the past that it could go as high as $200 a barrel. Let's take a look at the cryptocurrency market for this morning, and we got no levels, so let's draw some levels out real quick. Oh, we do. Okay, perfect. All right, so right now we are trading level to level inside of the Bitcoin market. As you notice, we had a micro consolidation under the phases of the market right here. The micro consolidation is something that's important to look for. We want to continue this bullish price action to the $92,000 level, but the thing is that it looks like it's like very slow. So this is a very slow gainer. For those who don't understand cryptocurrency, to the currency to stock market ratio, this moves like fucking snails. In my opinion, it just moves like a fucking snail. Like, you're not gonna see 500 point days like the MNQ, which you can make a lot of money off of. Like, this is usually a clock where you leave it in for 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, and then you get your monies back out in 72 hours. That's personally why my strategy involves shorting shitcoins, and it really works. But that's for another day. Let's take a look at the Ethereum market. Right now is stale as well, right? We're now back underneath that downtrend inside of the market, which is really boring. Oh, we're slightly above it. I hold my breath and I retrace my statement. We're slightly above that trend line, which is kind of worrisome, but if we battle this trend and push back down underneath it, then the bearish price action continues. Very simply put. All right, this last thing we'll take a look at is XRP. We're currently in an XRP long. As given in the Crusader signals by strength, I literally just set alerts. I do not do anything else for the Crusader signals. I just set alerts. I wait till I get an alert on my phone. I buy on this strength signal. I sell on this strength signal. It literally could not get more simple than that, guys. I want you guys to be focusing on the Crusader signals if you're in the academy. And I simply just want you to be buying and selling in the places the indicator is telling you to. All right, guys, that's the market review for 5/13/26. I will see you guys later. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the academy. All right, sorry, I have to do that every single morning. It's part of my job as a head coach for academy. And all right, we will take a look at the Euro US dollar right now. Let me just post this video real quick in the academy. 5/13, there we go. Start encoding, and then okay. No, I don't know about any other strategy other than my own strategy, to be honest with you. And there's a reason why I don't follow other people's strategies. I'm gonna explain it to you exactly right now. When you follow other people's strategies and you try to juggle 12 different things at once, the issue is that you're not going to be able to understand one thing very well. And the truth is, there's a saying, if you've met a millionaire before, or if you've had the pleasure of meeting a billionaire, the only thing that they ever tell you is, why don't be good at one thing and one thing alone. Don't allow your focus and your energy to be divided into 7 different things. The guys who have like these 7 different businesses, well, they most likely made one business at a time, and then they branched out into another business and then another business, one at a time. That's the truth. I should have added hashtags to that, but it's okay. Let's take a look at euro dollar. Honestly, you could do it with $1,000. You can trade crypto. I don't know if you saw my account here. I only trade with $1,000 in crypto. Just on this challenge account alone, that I made 300 bucks. But nothing more than 1,000. Yeah, granted, I have 4,000 in this account. That's for security. You know, like if there was things that went wrong, which most likely will not go wrong. The way that I set up the margin on the account. But yeah, I only trade with available margin at $1,000. This is the only position right now that's really fucking me up. So, euro. Let's take a look at this. Of course, I use leverage. Of course. I use max leverage in the cryptocurrency markets. And I would not be doing that unless you have a very good understanding of what leverage is and how to use it. That is a very advanced level mechanic inside of the markets. And that is the truth. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is the coin that you want me to. This is the one that you want to. You wanted the analysis on euro US dollar. This one, right? Okay. All right. I'm gonna show you exactly how to trade this. I'm gonna show you the strategy that I use. Okay. It doesn't involve any indicators. I just need you to pay attention, because there's no secret sauce to my strategy. I just read price action, and that's it. It might be shocking to you, but that's the truth. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're on the highest time frame possible, which is the 1 month. You want to make sure you're on candles. Okay, I'm looking to where price action is currently trading, so 117. The days range is about 40, sub 40 cents of each other, so it's not a very far spread. The 52-week range of each other is 9 cents. So that means that this coin does not move a lot. It just moves a little bit. A lot of this is time in the market moving this coin up and down. So I'm going to look for the first support level on this coin, which I want to touch as many wicks as I possibly can in a specific location. So here, there's a bottom of the body touch, bottom of the body touch. That's the first one right here. right? On the monthly, it requires nothing but 2 touches. But as you can see, it touches the bottom of the wick here, the bottom of the wick here. It touches the top of the wick here, the bottom of the wick here, the top of the wick here. So this is a good line. I want to try to find 2 underneath and 2 above. That's the goal. It's always the goal. So there's another one right here, because it's a bottom of the body touch, bottom of the body touch. If I go down inside of the markets, top of the body touch. Okay. Notice how my support and my resistance levels are not very far away from that dotted line, which is current price action. Okay. There's another one right above it. Top of the body, bottom of the body, bottom of the body. That's a perfect one. Right? I'm going to have room for one more. There's going to be one right there. Top of the wick, top of the wick, top of the wick. Perfect. I don't need any more. I can now check these levels. So how do I check levels? Very simply, go to the 15-minute. Okay. Do I like my levels? Does price action often stop at these levels? That's the next question you ask yourself. Okay. So as you can see, every time it gets to this level, which is a resistance, it stops. It decides whether it wants to break it or if it wants to stay underneath it. I use templates so that I can quick chart things. So I don't spend a lot of time typing things out. As you can see, look, are my support levels good support levels? When it came above, did it test the support level as a shelf? Yes, it did. Did it test this support level as a shelf? Yes, it did. Did I at any point look down at the lower time frames? No. I just used the higher time frames to give me these levels for the lower time frames. Okay, so now this is the tricky part. What is price action doing, right? Whatever you did this morning to get the wrong price action, I'm sure it did not involve asking yourself the question of the phases of the market, which means you need to go back to the videos and watch the free videos, because this is one that I talk about in video 3. I'll even look for you. This video is literally on phases of the market and trend following positions. I literally give you the sauce for free. Like, that's as easy as I can put it for you. This is a phase 1 accumulation. How do I know that? Well, it's accumulating. Look, phase 1. It came off of a downtrend. Boop, 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 boop. It now went sideways. Phase 1, phase 2, boop, 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 boop. And then it's now a phase 3 consolidation. So I can imagine price will probably go back down. That's it. So if I was trading this today, there's very simply put, if price action got in this area right here, it's been doing nothing but rejecting. You have to look at previous price actions. So it rejected here, it rejected here, it rejected here, it rejected here, it rejected here. So at no point would I think that this would continue to go upwards, because if it would, right, then the simple nature of price would just continue upwards. So this would be my new area of rejection, or my new area of shorts in the market. And that is as simply put as I can. So the next thing that I would do is I would have a box down here. And I'd say this is my area of support. It's near this line. Anywhere near this box, if we get to this box, we come into it, and it holds without confluence of driving price down further, then I would be going long as a reversal. And we're basically trading these two levels inside of the market, which is within the day's range of each other. It's about 1 cent, which is perfect, because I'm sure with volatility this can drive 1 cent, as we can see here. 1, 2. So it can drive half of this. If you really even wanted to, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because I didn't see a price action or a line here. You could probably even put a support and resistance line in the middle, right, of these two levels. and call it a pivotal level. I would not do that though, because then that would just be adding more lines to the chart just for no reason. We did our levels on the highest time frame possible. This is more of an advanced technique rather than it is a beginner technique. And I can see that this level is a level of confluence, but how well does it hold on higher time frames? I'm not really 100% sure. I would have to go back onto the higher time frames. Does that make sense? There really is no secret indicator that I use. I'm just reading wicks on price action, and I read it on. Yeah, but that's the thing. You're thinking about areas that don't exist yet, right? You have to also read the wicks, I'm sorry, on the Heikinashi candles. You can see, right? This is a ZYX candlestick down. This is what my mentor teaches me, right? Price action goes into an indecisive moment. We have a flat doji. Flat dojis are met with red price action inside of the markets. It simply is just going down. Right now, price action is green, which means that it's buying. Buyers are stepping in, but the pivotal level right now will decide if the trend continues. Trend is your friend until it bends. Yes, you only need to mark 4 levels, 2 up, 2 down, because you're not trading all day, and you're only trading within the day's range. That's what it means to be a day trader. A day trader is somebody who opens and closes positions within a 8-hour period or an 8-hour window. Less possible. As you noticed yesterday, I made my money inside of the market. I made it off camera. You can see right here my 2 positions that I executed. Let's see. Well, not just 2. I don't know why it's showing so many. It's all showing the same date. Let's see. No, it's not like that. Okay. I hate prop firms don't really describe your account balance really well. All right, it's fine. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it, man. There's really nothing. I just explained it to you though. I literally just broke down exactly how to find these levels. If you want, go back and watch the video again. It's I literally just explained to you exactly how to find these levels. You need to go back to the video, and you need to understand support and resistance levels. I literally made a free video for it. I will not explain that again. I gotta get done with my my morning analysis on MNQ. Gotta get ready for my day. You gotta go back. This is your homework. You gotta go back and watch support and resistance levels and phases of the market. That's the best that I can do for you. Because you definitely, if you don't understand how to make levels, support or resistance levels inside of the market, or at least have areas of support and resistance, you're not going to do very well trading. And that's just the truth. Yeah, it's bro, you gotta, I understand that moms have to get that attention, but also this is a class where I took time to teach you something. You know, if you need me to go back and teach it again because you take a phone call, then really, like, that's not my fault. You know, I still got to do a million things. I took time out of my day to do this for you. And if anything, I gave you the homework you need to go back, learn, understand it, and that's it, my boy. You got this. The support and resistance level, that will help you out on your thing. All right, so let's get into MNQ and how we're gonna break down and trade MNQ today. So, the realistic nature of MNQ and how it works is that it's an inverse to oil, and oil is being sold off right now. I kind of want to go back to the news right now and see what else is being said. Iran. Hormuz control will double our oil revenues. Our people are armed and resilient to the enemy. So that's not good. So they're not really going to give this up willingly. Is what I'm hearing. End of the year target for Mez is 8,000 according to Morgan Stanley. Alright, Iran will either do the right thing or finish the job, or will finish the job. Alright, so no new news really. Okay. I don't need to go through all of that garbage. See the crypto market is starting to react with it as well. Let me take a look to see if we have any coins to short today. I would be super excited. Truth, huh? What's this? Interesting. I kind of like this chart. It's in the area that I could take some shorts. It's rejecting that fib level. I will open up a $1 short on this. That's how I start. Just so I can keep monitoring it all day. You can do whatever you want with the AI. I have my own indicator that works really well with the markets. And yeah, I created this with an evolving AI structure. So if you're intelligent enough to be able to build something like this, you can 110% make an AI. You have to feed it all the rules. And you gotta teach it, but yeah, you can definitely do that. I've definitely made it something with AI, with the markets and Pinecode. This is actually going to be sold, I think, coming this week. My indicator is going to be, it's already launched, technically speaking. So I think we're almost ready to get it out. It really was designed for MNQ, but you can use it on every other currency. It just won't give you the what's it called, the contracts correctly. But yeah, the chart over here looks like, yeah, but look, check it out. Battled that Fibonacci resistance level perfectly, rejected it. Now it's almost 100% in profit. So like, that's how quickly you can make your money inside of the markets. So if I was at, let's say, $10 leverage, this would be $10 in profit. If I was at 100, this would be $100 in profit. I only look at the ones that are the top gainers in the day. So I go to all, I go to change, and I look for the change in the cryptocurrency markets that are from the top cryptocurrencies that pumped. And that's really just how I look at the markets. And then the second thing that I do is I don't even stare at the cryptocurrency markets. I just set alerts using my indicators. So as I said, like I'm a head coach at the Crusader Academy. So for cryptocurrency, when I get something like go back. When I get something like this, then it alerts me and then I just buy it. Like I don't sit and watch cryptocurrency charts. Like I said, it's like watching grass grow, and that to me is so fucking boring. So I usually let the charts do the work for me. That's what I pay TradingView to do month over month. And I only take positional contracts when I see the buy strength signals or the sell strength signals. That's how I do it. Period. All right. However, some of these don't work for certain stocks. And right now, we're teetering at these all-time highs. So this is the game plan for MNQ today. If we can come and test the all-time highs and we reject, well, I'm just going to be looking to short. Because we're still in the midst of changing the GDOR. We're still in the midst. Give me 1 second. I'll definitely take a look at it. So we're still in the midst of the Fed chair decision, which is kind of concerning for me. Every time the Fed chair has been picked, we've literally dropped down inside of the markets almost 10 to 30%. So the Wall Street loves pricing in uncertainty, but this kind of uncertainty inside of the markets could be wickedly savage with volatility, because obviously the new Fed chair could come in and kick some old policies that Jerome Powell was holding out on. And remember, if we look at two sides of the equation, or if we look at a two-sided coin, half of these coins are going to be liberals and half of them are going to be conservatives. That's just the realistic way that Wall Street makes its money. I mean, people sway politically all the time. So if the liberal side of Wall Street doesn't like what the new Fed chair is doing, well, they're going to sell off the price action to make them look bad. It's very simply put. Let me take a look at this coin that fall forward once, and then we'll take a look at the analysis on it. DOR. I'm assuming that this is a crypto. DOR. Fall forward. Is this a cryptocurrency? So weird. I don't have that on my charts. Let me take a look at. All right, we have another way of looking this up. Digital oil reserve. Digital oil reserve, huh? This is a very shitty way to look at the chart, to be honest with you. All right, well, phase of the market wise, it would be technically outside of its its reaccumulation phase, right? So what you typically look for inside of these coins is just phases of the market. So phase one would have been right here, this accumulation phase. Phase 2 would have been the markup here to the 0.002 cents. Consolidation would have been here, but you know this. And then we have our drop in our P4 phase back to a P1 accumulation. Now, what's interesting here is that we have a micro bullish phase here, which is being met with just like a very slow buying of this coin. So it doesn't really interest me as something that would be necessarily a stronghold on digital oil reserves, because I don't think enough people know about this. Look, the current market cap is only 9.666 million. So that means that this is a very, very, very unheard of coin to be trading. Like a lot of people who probably even trade this on Coinbase are like less than 1% of their actual data user base. Like this is not a bad market cap to have, but it's look, the FDV value is not even enough data to supply, and the max supply is not even enough status to supply. And the fact that they have a 10 billion circulating supply just means that there's literally almost like less than 1% of traders actually trade this stuff. So realistically speaking, maybe if you were putting this in your portfolio as a long-term hold, it wouldn't be a bad thing. It would just be very, very performance based off of this data that would be right here. And you can even see like inside of the Coinbase information on it, it just doesn't have enough popularity to drive it up to where it was previously in that price action. Damn, bro, Craft, you hate me, bro. You literally hate me. You think that I don't teach you. I taught you exactly how you look at meme coins, bro. I literally just broke it down. You gotta go. I've literally broken down the strategy on shorting meme coins so many times. Wow. All right. So look, I mean, let's just take a look at what I do. Like this is what I do since the month of May, right? I've started a 5K challenge account. Okay. The only reason that the account is where it's at right now is because I've sent $250 out because I needed to purchase a product from a friend of mine, and he only accepted crypto. So I'll show you the transaction history. Withdrew 250. 250 was sent back in because I actually sent him two 250s. Okay. So this account right now is at $5 grand exactly. I started at 4,700. No. So when I go every single morning, my favorite thing to do on the cryptocurrency market, and this is a very profitable strategy, okay? It doesn't require any secret sauce whatsoever. This is the most profitable strategy for me in crypto. I go to BitUnix, I go underneath their database for all of their coins that they trade. I go to the change mode, right? With all coins selected, I go to the change mode and I look for the coins that have come up as much as 30 to 50 to 100% in one day. Okay, so let's take a look at one of the coins that I traded so that you can see on the charts how successful this is, right? So let's go back to position history. A really good one is TST. That was a huge win for me this week. So let's see if I can go back to TST. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So 1,600% using $5 of margin at max leverage. So now you understand like the risk ratio, how little I put inside of this account, $1,000, and I'm only looking to make a very small amount of money off of a big amount of money with a small amount of money in. That's it. That there is no secret sauce to it. I just use a very small amount of money with max leverage so I don't get liquidated. That's risk management 101. That's one of the videos I have on my YouTube. If you can master that, you'll be a master trader. Okay, so as we can see here, right, we've had a few, the last time that I traded this, the first time, we had a run up inside of the market. So we learned this in phases of the market. Accumulation phase, phase 2 markup. Did I get in at the top here or anywhere on phase 2 markup? No, absolutely fucking not. I got in at the consolidation point. And what's one thing that cryptocurrency loves doing? It loves promoting these shit coins. That is why the SEC filters through all of this stuff and defines things as penny stocks inside of the market. Fall forward. You were one of those guys that were in the class when Professor was literally shorting penny coins or penny stocks. This is the same strategy. Only thing that I use is I use it on the cryptocurrency market with meme coins. So inside of that consolidation, I started my first position here, my first sell position, which involved $1, right? So usually I start with a $1 position because I want to see it come and crack the lower support level of where the consolidation is happening. Once I see that happening, then I add into my position, or simply put, I just let it ride and I sell 50%, and then the other 25%, maybe even another 10% if I divided this up like a certain way. Very simply put. So here's another accumulation stage, right? Price action wanted to do it again. Okay, I'm in. I love that shit. If it wants to ride up again and it wants to, yep, it's the same fucking logic, but it works so well on the cryptocurrency market because this happens all the time. So you don't even need to put in a lot of money. But imagine if this was a 10K account or a 100K account and you're putting $10 or $100 of margin. You're not liquidating your account by any means. You would have to have volatility, you know? But look, check this out. So we had the first sell, to sell, right? So I bought in here. I waited. All right, I'm getting into the fibs now. Why I put these fib extensions and why it's so important inside of the market, let me show you. So I chart the last high to the last low. Boom. Look exactly where it hit. The fib extensions. So if I was buying anywhere, I was buying at the 0.6, 0.5, which is fine. That's usually where I want my areas of sells to go. This would have been another area of sell, 0.618. I would just be layering this on with $1, $1, $1. And if we hit the 0.786, then I would stack it on maybe $2. Max $5 leverage inside, or margin inside of here with max leverage. And then it's simply just a waiting game. As you can see here, look, I got stopped out of my position. It came back up, I got stopped out. Again, I shorted the market because it's what? An accumulation, phase 2 markup, consolidation, now phase 2 markdown. And that's literally the strategy. It's genius. And it works exactly the way the professor taught me how it works. And all it requires is just patience. That's it. And the profits have been good. Like I said, you know, the other guy that's in here, Kraft that's in here, he's in India. And let me show you something, bro. With a $1,000 account, in less than 30 days, I made $330 just trading $5 positional contracts. Look. 30 days. Positional contracts, $330. This is what I call base hits win the game. Base hits, that's nothing more, nothing less. You just want to get your foot on the base, and if you played baseball enough, you know that getting your foot on the base is actually what wins the game, because your boys can hit home runs if you have a loaded stack. Yeah, that's it. And I only trade with $1,000. Yeah, this account has $4,000 in it, but I only trade with 1,000. The rest of the stuff goes into the spot account that's been heavily beat up inside of the market. I think I got like another $1,000 or $2,000 here in the spot that I'm just getting shit on. Yeah, literally, bro. That's a lot. Lotto money, baby. All right, so I'm glad that I was able to break down that strategy for you guys. It's something that I feel like you guys can definitely put that into your arsenal, and like especially you, you can definitely. I don't think we ever introduced ourselves name wise, so I'll just say fall forward. You can put that into your strategy, and I know that you're a really good trader, so you can utilize that as just an account builder on the side for some high side hustle money, and use that to fund some other accounts. Or better yet, just stack a spot bag. I mean, this is the perfect time to be stacking spot bags in the cryptocurrency market, as many as you possibly can, because the crypto market will come back eventually. And a key word is eventually. We don't know how long. Sandro. Nice to meet you, Sandro. Mine's Armand. So, all right. So back to the boring stuff. We are here early this morning. We've started our live about 55 minutes ago, and we have been waking up a little bit earlier in the market for a few different reasons. I'm trying to see if I can get my trades in before the markets start, and I don't know if it's going to be today. Let's see. I used. Yeah, so the thing is, Sandro, you gotta learn how to use leverage really well with margin. I could bring my roommate in here. My roommate knows how many accounts that I've blown up. And the reason that I kept blowing up these accounts was because I didn't have the margin to leverage ratio worked out to the appropriate account balance. So like for example, that 5K account, $5 in margin at 100x leverage, it's a lot for that account size, right? So if I had a 50K account, then my max margin would probably be around $50 per trade. Just to give you an idea of when you use that high of leverage, it basically is a lot of money. And then if you suffer a loss inside of the market, if it wasn't just those dollars, like the small dollars, like, okay, like I'm down 20 bucks, I'm down 30 bucks, but 30, 40 bucks for a cryptocurrency account that's only 5K is a lot of money. And that's just the way you have to see margin inside of risk management. It's not an easy thing to digest, nor is it to learn inside of the market. And I'm sure you understand that better than anybody because you've been trading for a while. Risk management 101 is why most traders fail year over year. It is because they do not know how many position contracts to go inside of the market. For example, prop firm accounts, right? A lot of people fail prop firm accounts for two reasons. They over leverage themselves in way too high of a position. On a 50K account, you should not be over leveraging more than 3 contracts if you're not a professional trader. You cannot handle that kind of loss. It's just not going to work well for you. All right, so the second thing is the Fibonacci sequences. Yeah, they work super well. Remember, I talk about this in the previous videos. If there are no levels to be charted, right? If there's no price action above the current price that's being traded at the moment, then the only thing that we have to chart price action is the Fibonacci levels. This is the only way that I would know where price would yeah. I think that I haven't known you for a long time, but you seem like a very straightforward guy, especially when you're on your Discord lives. Plus, I see your dedication to Dota on Discord, and I know that you're a dedicated player like of the game. All right. Sorry, I just need to answer back a business text. Yeah, so just stay within the risk management and parameters of where we're at. Like, let's go back into that futures market. I'm so interested in knowing how that position is working out for us. All right, so now it's a little red. I'm very interested in seeing how this is going to react at those higher levels today. Why am I not reading this in Heikinashi? Oh, it is Heikinashi. Okay. So, all right. So now we're battling 2 flat dojis on this. This means that it could pull up a little bit more. The sellers that were in control of price action are no longer in price action control. If it does come up to a 1-to-1 ratio where we have the opportunity to add on to this position, I will be adding on 2 here. And I don't even mind putting the view open short already in there and lock it in. Did it put a stop loss there? No stop loss. I'll monitor this position myself. Otherwise, stop losses will just get you knocked out. The way the cryptocurrency market works, you just sometimes need to just listen to the computer. And my computer bings so fucking loud, it's like boom. You can hear it from the opposite side of the house. All right. We'll leave that for the way it is. I don't think there's anything else to trade on side of the cryptocurrency market this morning. We can take a look at some other coins to see the trading data here. Actually, this is not a bad coin to short as well. All time, or where it's at its high, it's at its high, it's at its high. Not a lot of price action. This has been incepted since December. All right, bro, how can we get funded accounts? Well, there's a couple of different ways to get funded accounts. The best way to get a funded account is to find a prop firm. I don't recommend prop firms here because, one, I don't have partnerships with any of them. So you can definitely do your own due diligence there. I've used quite a few different ones. I can give you pointers on how each one of them works. I know that Sandro and I use TPT, which is Take Profit Trader. That one's not bad. I don't think that it was wow. So we broke through that resistance. I was actually thinking about shorting MNQ. I gotta get my alerts back up. One second here. I don't want to miss stuff like that. Okay. Another way that we can get funded accounts is you can use Apex, although I would say Apex is rather more expensive than other prop firms inside of the market. Who else can you use? Tradeify. Tradeify is another one. And you got to pass their prop firm challenge. So the prop firm challenge is simple. You have a 50K account. The 50K account is going to be something that you're going to have to make a designated take profit. So for example, 50K, they give it to you inside of an account. Your profit will need to be usually 3K. Your max drawdown, yeah, I would avoid Apex as well with a black flag. I've never really liked the way their payout structure works, but it is one that you could use. The drawdown on them is usually 2K. Okay, so that means that your profit you need to make this within 30 days. It's a very realistic goal. If you can make that within 30 days, then they give you this 50K account under the rules set that you need to then make another maybe like 3K as a safety blanket, right? So that 3K will then allow you to start taking payouts. I'm pretty sure that's how take profit works, right? Fall forward. I haven't checked the rules, honestly. I've gotten payouts, but I don't even look at what I have my wife handle all of that stuff. The only thing that I want to worry about in life, I swear to God, the only thing that I want to worry about in life is just working as hard as I possibly can, making money, but I don't want to know how much money I have, and I don't want to know where it's going. My wife takes my money, my mom takes my money, and that's all that I care about. They put it into a little account for me, and when I want to Damn, I did not know that they could deny you like that. Yeah, 50% consistency on eval. All right, so the consistency rule is another really important rule to understand. You can't make more than 1,500 in one trade. That's your limit, right? So if you go over 1,500 in one trade, yeah. Oh shit, I did not know about the trailing drawdown. And that's on your pro account. So like if you are on an eval account, damn, that's how they get you. That's another very difficult thing to bypass. Oh man, so they're basically betting that you are not going to be able to make just one trade or two trades in a day, which honestly that goes along what we said earlier, Sandro. You got to just know when to turn the fucking computer off. Like that's very simple. You just gotta take two trades. If your two trades don't go your way, then step away from the computer. They're not trying to have, yeah, yeah. I get that. They're not trying to have schmucks come in and just fuck up their accounts. Although I want to get into Tradeify. I haven't maybe this week I'll start a Tradeify account. I don't really need another account though, because I have my own funded account. So I have my own funded account for 10K on the stock market. So it's more than enough to make 2 contracts on MNQ. 2 contracts, $300 a day. That's good for me. $400 a day. That's good for me. I can take my wife out to eat with that. All right, so this is actually interesting. We're coming back to test that. Yeah. I'm liking how this is setting up for us on the micro NASDAQ. So we got inside of this regression trend. I'm actually interested in seeing what this will tell us. Let's see here. Now, actually, Sandro, I have a question. Is there a way to get rid of these bubbles on the charts? I don't know. For me, I don't love looking at the bubbles. But I also don't quite understand what they mean. Maybe you would be willing to share what they mean. Go to still style. I'm assuming it's on this one. This one, yeah. Could be on the other one, actually. Yeah, I understand. I'm still looking for the bubbles. Is it on the IDTOFE? No, this indicator is fire. I mean, I love how it alerts. It's very similar to the alerting structure that I have on my indicator. Yours just gets in a little bit sooner. Basically, I'm gonna copy what the book map does. Yeah, no, I agree. I think this is a wonderful indicator, bro. It really does work. Just need to maybe simplify a little bit of it. Less is more, you know what I mean? Like you do it does super well with where the trapped is. Like you just need the trap. The bubbles, they can go away. In my opinion. It's just gonna confuse traders. What the hell is this? Should have it on the side here where it says bubbles. right, so we see here we're now under the London VWAP. Where is the New York VWAP? Balance zone. All right, we got news coming in 20 minutes. Very important stuff. Yeah, where are I honestly I looked through it, like even understanding my understanding of the level of the indicators, it should be under here where you have the line with breaks, right? So where this should be is where that bubble should be, so it's not presenting itself as an actual style, which is weird. Yeah, agreed. Agreed, bro. The only thing I really love with this is the imbalance. It's, but no, like not like the only thing that I love with it, but that's the part that does super well is understanding the imbalance zones and then seeing where the potential bear reversals. I was talking to Chris the other day, and like that's where he does super well with this indicator, is making his levels and then seeing where it does the potential bear reversals to the trap sections. Yeah, but Kraft, you see, that's the thing, bro. I think Sandro and I have been trading for over 5 years, right? So like, we already have, like, Sandro and I have talked personally, and we, when I came to him, I'm like, oh yeah, I have my own indicator, and then he's like, oh, I have his indicator, and like, if we put our indicators on top of each other, like I'll put it on top of each other right now. Let me see if I can find a sell signal. All right, so look, his trapped, right, is pretty much the sell signals inside of the imbalance zone. His trap signal where it says to sell was up here. Mine is right here. Do you see how similar our strategies capture a trend inside of the markets? All right, let's take a look for another one. Here's another section. His trapped, my sell comes on the second hump. Do you see, like, we're not any different from each other. Look, his trapped, my buy signal, it's just a little bit late, mine. But I have fed my rules just a little bit more to try to get the best possible trade in an A plus setup. And his probably has the rule set to try to get him in the best possible trade and the best A plus setup. Now, if you look at our two strategies together, they're never going to overlap and contradict each other. That's not how strategies work. Strategies should work in unison with each other. They should just be learning at different times. That's how I know Sandro's a legit trader, right? That's why I love talking to him, and why I love bringing him onto lives, because he can show me like things like this where like I'm like, oh Sandro, I don't like the bubbles, right? And he's gonna help me get rid of the bubbles. And that's just really simply put. But do we follow widely different strategies than each other? No, we still read price action. At the end of the day, it still boils down to levels, price action, and reading the wicks inside of the market, making smart trades based on risk management 101. If the trade is not there and if we both get stopped out of a trade, well, then we shut our computer and that's it. You should follow the one that makes the most sense to you. That's the truth. That's how I see the markets always. For me, it was Malik. Although I started to branch out and be my own little mentor. Let me grab another coffee real quick before we have this this news event. Sorry, I'm back. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see what kind of trades are being held. Damn, I kind of missed that going to get this coffee, didn't I? I was waiting for that. We're not even really near the all-time highs as well. It's attempting to short, but it's just really not giving us much. I would have wanted to short near the top here. Kind of in the middle is not really a great move. I want to make a good trade today. I want to be one and done today. But I do not want to over leverage myself. XRP is just not doing well. Yeah, yo, literally, I'm trying to understand, like, do I short? This would have been a good bro. Come on, dude. Yo, the indicator doesn't miss, bro. It really doesn't. But I don't want to short this market. I'm just not a big bear when it comes to the like since yesterday, Sandro, and me telling like Kraft was here. I was like, yeah, we're nothing but short today. Like yesterday was the day to be short. Today was not the day to be short for me. Or it was a day for at least consolidation and continuation. We caught the 600 point move down. I even caught the reversal down here. That's why the box is here. And then I sold like right here, and I'm just like, damn, I missed the entire run up, my boy. I was so sad. All right, now we're cracking that 0.786 level. So let's get down into the nitty gritties of the market. Let's see if we can actually get a trade here this morning and end the live stream, so we can just go about our day. I would love that shit. Damn, bro, it's continuing to sell off. It even gave us a second sell signal. Let's see how it closes though. Yeah, she's going. She's going. Nice to meet you, Anish. It's a nice name. All right, so we closed, but now we're trying to open back above that Fibonacci level. It's being flipped. I think it's this one. Yeah, dude, look at all those imbalance zones. That's crazy. Price action is tough here to decide what she's gonna do. If we read it from the overall trend, however, it's just reading that the trend is coming micro bearish. This is what I don't like though, Sandro. So we have a mixed 2 for 4 long. So confluence is not really there to go short as much as it's not really there to go long. I typically only try to go with a 4 for 4. If not, then I pass on the trading, man. It's not really that important to me. I have areas where I can make other money in the markets. Yeah, exactly. Can't really do much. So this is a really good thing for you to learn, Craft, right? Anish. This is a really, really good thing for you to learn. It's when to keep your hands off of the trading deck. Notice how it fell, right? And Sanjo and I both said, damn, we would love to get into this trade, but here's the thing. It doesn't really fall well under a trading plan. So if it doesn't fall well under a trading plan, the odds of us making money get diminished significantly because we are already late to the trade. We identified we're already late to the trade. Then we sat out, right? So now, if I would have gotten into that second short position through greed, I would be stopped out right now. Okay, on style, if you go take off panel level, it will go away. Perfect, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Panel level, let's see if I can find that. Style, panel level. Panel. Pane labels? Ah, there it is. Beautiful. That's so much better, bro. So much better. So clean. Look at it. It's so fucking clean. Bro, and with my indicator on top of yours, like, dude, this is sexy, bro. I might just use it just like this. Oh man, bro, this is some sexy looking charts. I like it. I can see the imbalance zones. Bro, this is perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna go through it. I might just take out the clouds too. Honestly, I don't think I would be using the clouds. No, I'll use the boxes, the lines. Yeah, take away these. I have VWAP on mine. Where are these clouds? What are clouds? Ah, here they are. I'm gonna start by finding the things that I need on there. The clouds have to be down here. No, I want the boxes. Oh, alright, let's see what I can use here. Inputs, huh? Yep. Good, 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 good. Let's go, I'll go back to that in a minute. Yeah, that's nice. I agree with that. Everything else can go away. Nice. Change that back to this. Ah, here it is. Oh shit, you can change the instrument here. That's sick. I didn't know that that was there. Instrument profile. That's awesome. Yeah, the only thing that won't go away is the clouds, but that's okay. Like we can work with the clouds today. Maybe it's on something else, because I'm sure that this is supposed to check it on and off. Sometimes mine does that as well. No, we want the imbalance zones. Absorption. Yeah, that's something that's definitely a bug, but that's okay. It's all good. Everything else is working good. Let me try to do this. Let me do this, okay, and I'm gonna reset my chart. Let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, there it is. It's gone now. Oh no, the indicator is gone. Yeah, no, that didn't do it. Okay, I'll take a look right now. I'm gonna go back today and I'm just gonna fidget with all of these settings and see if I can get this to be like a perfect overlay for what it is. Let's see. Inputs. Ethereum. Blue. Red. Blue. Imbalance zone. 20, 30, 30. Yeah, I'm on Heikin-Ashi candles. That's how we trade. Holy wicks, bro. Holy cow, bro. What did PPI data come in as? 1.4, bro? Oh my god. Bro, what in the hell? Are we really up 0.7 and a whole point on PPI? Holy fucking moly, dude. That's not good. The fuck? That's the candle, dude. Oh my god, dude. That's the Bro, what the fucker? That's insane, bro. Oh my god, dude, we should have been shorting that. I feel anxiety just not shorting that shit. It's even giving me the short. Fuck it, I'll size down. I'll take the trade. Let's see. I'll keep the stop loss and a take one profit. I'm a little bit late, so. But that's a candle. I'll follow my indicator as well. Although I hate doing this. I hate trading news. Oh, did I mess up? Can we trade news candles? Yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, we're good. Let's see. Let's see if we ride. I wish YouTube would allow us to play music. Like, I wish I can just put like a little like jazz house music in the background. That would be so litty. Damn, what am I sounding like, a fucking millennial now? It's crazy, bro. Litty? When did that ever get in my vocabulary? right, so Anish, this is why we took the trade. Price is being fueled by what? Selling off. Look how many sell signals, right? Take profit. Take profit. Beautiful 1-to-1 ratio. Did I over risk there? No. Did I follow the plan? Yes. Did I go against my indicator or Sandra's indicator? Fuck no. So all of the systems that I used there to make that trade possible was simply just following the strategy completely and 100% and trusting my trade. I wasn't greedy as well. I took a 1-for-1 take profit. $50 in the market is not bad. Like, that's a good trade. Here's another really good lesson for you, Anish, is when in doubt, size it out, right? You want to size down. When in doubt, size it out. So instead of using my standard 3 contracts, I simply just used one. Like, this is 8:30 in the morning. We've already made $50. If you were working a 9 to 5 job at Burger King, that would take you almost 4 hours to complete that kind of fucking work. And we did it in 1 hour of trading. Beautiful. I cannot express. Yeah, that was an amazing, beautiful trade. And look at how the fact that I took greed out of the situation. Yeah, sure, I could have had a 2-to-1 ratio here. I could try to even shoot down to get lower take profits, but you see that resistance level? This is a now newfound support level. So we would have had to break through this support, and look where price action, I'm going to take off all of the indicators, right? Look where price action rejected, right above that support level. It is not coincidence that that thing happens. Remember, we drew these on the heaviest time frames possible, so these support and resistance levels are simply going to be very difficult points for us to pass. And that's it. Trading level to level today. The trend right now, it's definitely not bullish. So we flipped. There's a change of character here. This consolidation now is being met with a phase 4 markdown. Micro phases of the market. Easy come, easy go. All right, so let's wait for another setup. Let's take a look at some other trades real quick. So as we can see, the cryptocurrency market is going well. I'm waiting. This is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for some wicks like this. If I can start to see some wicks throughout the day that gives us the consolidation on the crypto market, I'll size into these trades. But other than that, I really won't get into any other. Let's take a look at this like this. Yeah, something like this. But I kind of want to have it a little bit more consolidation. This red wick is great. It's a good start. I can always size into this trade, into this short. Same thing with truth. It's not quite there yet, but it is starting to consolidate. Just kidding. You're a fool. I wonder where Jose is today. Let me text that motherfucker. Oh, damn. XRP got stopped out, huh? That's depressing. I must be because it's not doing so well. Oof. That 8:30 candle sold out my position on XRP. Bummer. It's okay. We took some profit there. But I could have taken some. I could have had a nice trade on there for like 50, 60 bucks. $6. Damn. This sucks. That sucks. All right, now we're coming back down to test that support. So this might be a downtrending day. This might be a slow bleed. I wouldn't be surprised given the news that we have today. The Fed share nomination vote is again happening today. Sandra, do you know what's happening here? Is like the Fed share being picked, and like it takes them a while. Oh, look, speaking of the devil, and he shall appear. I was literally just talking about you, Joe. So I was about to text you and see where you were at. I was like, damn, this boy sleeping in. I want to know what's up with the Fed chair, of why is it not being picked? Something's not working right now. I'm gonna give you something to not work right now. Damn, bro. Claude hates me, bro. Wow. All right. AI is down, baby. It's okay. I think it's still napping. Let's take a look at it on another scale. All right. As of May 13th, the Federal Reserve is going under a leadership transition with Kevin Warsh, President Donald Trump's nominee, moving forward confirmation to replace outgoing chair Jerome Powell. This is what we currently have happening in the Fed chair nomination in the process of being picked. The nominee, Kevin Warsh, a former Fed governor, has been nominated by President Trump to lead the Fed. Procedural hurdles cleared on May 12th. The Senate confirmed Warsh for a 14-year term. That's incredible, right? 14 years, fuck. And he got a passing vote, which is a necessary step to be elevated to the chair. Final confirmation, the Senate vote to confirm Walsh as the new chair is expected to be soon on Wednesday. So today, the Senate votes on whether or not Warsh will be elected the Fed chair. And then on the 15th, the transition timing. So basically this whole week will just be the process of Warsh stepping into his new role as the Federal Chair Reserve, which is good. We don't have to worry about Jerome Powell holding fucking inflation rates where they're at because and lying to us and saying that what's it called? It's not transitory. Damn, bro. My dyslexia is coming out. That's crazy. Wow, look at that, dude. Trust the indicators, for they will not lead you astray. Yes, sir. We got one good trade this morning. NASDAQ is bleeding, right? We had an amazing trade come in on the indicator. 3 contracts. I sized down. I took a 1-for-1 profit trade. We're watching it go through and through right now. I'm using 2 indicators on one. Sandro has developed an indicator that reads order flow, which is nice, bro. We've been playing around with it this morning. And I liked how it layers over mine for an added confluence. It's pretty sexy. Okay, so now we're going back to test that support. That's now a resistance. And this is our job every single day. We love life. We love trading. Let's get that down. Let's get this off. That's a clean chart to look at. We're still all short, people. We're still all short the markets. The 8:30 news came in and PPI was very high. It was a lot higher than the standard forecast that was meant to come out. So it's not a good thing for the markets. Yeah, NASDAQ is bleeding. She's not having a good day. Yesterday we had, by the way, just to recap for yesterday, we had a 600 point move down. No. You see, Kraft, now you're assuming, right? I want to ask you a question. This is a really important question. What makes you think that this is reversing now? Like, what would be your thought process on why this would be reversing, what would be the first thing that you would look at? Yes, we did touch the 6.18 level perfectly. Notice that I put these levels here for a reason. But your thinking needs to be backed by data. So what part of this would be reversing right now? Remember, we have sell, sell, sell. Imbalance zone after imbalance zone after imbalance zone. Exactly. And let's actually, it's a really fair point. Let's bring up yesterday's price action. I'm going to clear the charts just of the indicators for right now. So now that's a very fair point. Sandro basically said we're now at yesterday's price action, right? So this is where we started yesterday, right here. And now we're basically in the range of where yesterday started to sell off even more. This is amazing too, because I'm really happy that this happened, right? This is the benefit of waking up really early in the morning and catching these early market moves. For all the people that are just now having their coffee or just finishing their breakfast right now, they just missed that move. This is the perks of the early bird gets the worm, right? So here, Sandro, let me explain something to you as well so that you can learn, right? Get rid of these lines. Let me get rid of the indicators. This is a good lesson for you to learn, right? When we're on a downtrend like this, trying to catch a bottom is the phrase that we call trying to catch a falling knife. If you catch the falling knife the wrong way, what you're going to end up doing is catching blood in your hand. So yes, it is resisting, or it is reversing right now. Right, so based on volume right now that kicked in, the imbalance zone came from the 0.618 level. This is a very, very famous Fibonacci level, right? I drew these Fibonacci levels this morning so that we could understand exactly where price action could go based on today's levels, right? The last charted high inside of the market to the charted low of yesterday, right here. So fib levels do work, and they work very, very well, right? I use them in tandem to support and resistance levels sometimes to get very good levels. And as you can see, it touched 29,198 perfectly. I didn't change it. It's been there. It's sat there for all this morning. So what I'm concerned about is, sure, we might have buying price action coming in from the buyers that are trying to move price back up, but sellers are still in control of this whole move, because that's evident right now of the 180 point move down. So simply put, when we get to this resistance level, we have two options. A flat doji will appear in the next 10 seconds, and it will reject this level, and this ceiling then pushes us back down to the Fibonacci level, where we will retest and then continue to go down. Or price action stays strong and we have continuation. The reversal should be over this resistance level. It should show confluence. It should show driving price action. But here's the thing, right? We're also looking at a different market as well. We're looking what we call the Mag 8. And right now it's 8:30 in the morning, so the Mag 8, what would we have as confluence inside of the market? I'm about to show it to you. Which is what we would have as confluence inside of the market. We don't have them running. Price is running on them right now, but it's not with volatility. It's not with volume. So we really, really don't know if that was a strong reversal level, because we can't see on these 8 stocks if they're all reversing. And this particular stock that we trade, the NASDAQ, it's run based off these 8 stocks. They make up such a large portion of the market. Okay, so now this is good, right? It's exactly what I said was going to happen. The long would have came at this resistance that's now the newfound support. So now this is flipped. The close of this candle will decide everything. If this support now becomes or this resistance now becomes the support. You see price action is being battled for the past 3 minutes on this candle. So we want to find a good entry point. If we were to go long in the market, I would like to see volume building inside of this position. Honestly, I don't even want to put volume on here. It's just going to confuse me, to be honest with you. Or what I'm going to do is I'll wait till this gives us a buy signal. But here's the thing. I build my indicator around one thing. Not to go back and forth between buy and sell signals inside of the market. So if we're on a sell strength signal right here, we're on a sell strength signal, right? So we got the sell up here. It came down, touched my 2-for-1 profits. It's not going to end this sell signal until it hits this stop loss, and then it will cook for the next trade. That's to avoid counter trading trend. Yeah, and honestly, Sandra, that was a solid fucking Fibonacci level. I mean, I think we might just play the fibs today. We'll see. We already have a really good trade for this morning. Maybe we can get into another trade when the market opens. So look, if we would have entered that level right there, we would have just had nothing but stale price action, biting our teeth, or biting our nails with our teeth. That sucks. I would be just continuing to follow this trend until the 29,174, honestly. Yep, there she goes. There she goes. Let's see if she tests that fib. Now, if she tests that fib one more time and then rejects going down further, I would be kind of interested in getting into a reversal play. Although, if Sandro is still here, Sandro will tell you how much he hates counter trend trading the market from our last conversation. I know he opposes that with all of his might. And I don't blame him. I don't like counter trend trading the market either. I've never made money counter trend trading the market. Oh, Sandro. So do you play like video games the whole day, or, you know? I don't play Dota, but I do play. That's up to you, Kraft. It really is up to you. How much time are you willing to dedicate to this process of being great? I couldn't agree with you more, buddy. It's up to you, Sandro. You can literally it could take you years to. You know what you should do, Kraft? You should read the book. Write this down. Grab a computer and write this down. You should read the book on what's it called? Fuck. The Way of the Turtle. I'll put it in the chat. Just when I finish trading, yeah. Okay. My addiction is RuneScape. Yeah, same here, bro. Same here. I'm the only reason like I'm doing these lives, and we've been on the live for almost 2 hours now, is because I just love trading. My goal in life is to teach as many people possible as how to trade. It just makes me happy. Just makes me so fucking happy. Listen, you should just craft. You should really just focus on whatever you do. You should just focus on trying to understand the basics from the free courses that I have, and like come back and ask as many questions as you can, as long as you're not repeating the same questions over and over again, and asking like well thought out provoked questions like that's gonna help you learn. Then like coming back every single day for 3 months is going to be more powerful than anything you can learn trying to scavenger the market for advice. Because like as you can see, like I'm a proficient trader. I have other proficient traders inside of this chat right now. Sandro's been trading for a while. He's also another mentee of the same mentor that we have. Both of us designed a very, very well thought out and intricate indicators, so we have that thought process of being able to do something. Yeah. I'll talk to you later, Sandro. Enjoy. Maybe I'll bump into the Fall Forward group and join you guys. I'll talk to you soon. All right, guys. So we're basically just waiting into the market open here. 9 a.m. market open. It's going to have some volatility here in the next 3 minutes. So let's wait. Let's see what kind of volatility that we get inside of the markets, and then simply put, let's play the charts how they should be held. Okay? Nothing crazy. We are simply just going to be trading the charts from level to level today. Okay? And just keep coming back. Anish, just keep coming back, bro. Just keep coming back. Be relentless with this thing. Learn as much as you possibly can by asking the right questions. I don't mind answering questions as long as the questions aren't me repeating myself right after I explain something to you. I have no problem going and breaking that kind of stuff down for you. Like, it's my pleasure to do this for you. All right, we're still on a sell strength signal here, so we are holding through. It's starting to show signs of volume building inside of the market. We have 1 minute until that market opens, so we're going to wait very patiently here to see if we can try to catch price action where it's going to be best fit. You see, like the more, also, Anish, the more we had price action build here, the better the play for us. Because if you would have gotten into that reversal, what would have happened? You would be negative right now. And the reason you would be negative inside of this trade is because price action didn't agree with the full reversal. Full reversals need to have a lot of volume, a lot of conviction, showing us that traders are willing to buy this level at 618 with conviction without methodical process, right? That's just not how the markets came this morning with like that kind of price action. It wasn't screaming to us, hey, like we should be buying at this level no matter what. Although I can say that the markets are looking a lot better, right? Now we're starting to come up with conviction. Jose, why were you late today? Huh, my bro? You explain yourself. Why were you late today? The alarm, bro. Alright, so now, Kraft, we're in a good position, right? Now it's coming above the VWAP, right? The long looks better, but why am I not in a long right now? Well, it's simply because we're already in a sell signal. I would be going against my indicator. Oh, I see. I understand. I understand. Huh. being patient for another setup right now. The alignment is mixed right now. Very patient right now. Alrighty. Okay. It's a nice reversal area. think I'm gonna go make myself some breakfast really quick so I can have something to eat. I'm a little hungry. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make some breakfast real quick. Just need to put the eggs in there. lost some weight. I lost fucking 3 pounds, bro. Means I need to eat more. Sucks. That sucks. Alright, so we are just waiting for the market open here. It's very simple. Until we get a market open, then there's nothing much to do. Just wait. I don't know.